right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Niners 14, Steelers 7.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 555. 555. You ain't doing six. You ain't doing nothing today.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to air one out and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. They go back to the air here after the IMT on the last drive. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's get off the field,
First carry for James Conner. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Black 20. Hey. Watch Victor. Got to spin.
Now Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick, But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position back.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for the Niners. 65 yards on the ground. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, but it's going to be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Get him! Slam!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here we go. 180! I'm coming! 11!
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey! High 7!
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Nice pick.
Intercepted by the Steelers. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
Roethlisberger now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Check 99.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Again, a run with counter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 25. Check 25.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Like 20.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And the Steelers first down.
That! 180. 56. Check. Double.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Big series right here. We got to step it.
Here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he's got room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
Solid, 5 down. I'm coming for you. You mine. Slack your third.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's got the tight end, Vanette. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Like 20. King. I'm here all day. Switch.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 54 yards. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Gold with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Block 80. Right there, 56. You good? Block.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Easy, easy.
Check, check, check. Check four, check four.
Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 49ers' 33-yard line.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
That's what I do. Check 24, check 24.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Monday.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Black 20. Right there.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
49ers 27.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there.
Let's go.
Delta.
First and 10 at the 47.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike,
To throw is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Garoppolo gives to Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
21.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Hey, box truck.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Eleven.
Check 55 for Mike. Check 55.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Mike 55.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. T.J. Watt and this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check back. Check 13. Check 13.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It got his man, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A big pickup of 38. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL